Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you all for being here and for being a part of our soul family. Um, Today, I wanted to speak about a concept that I'm quite profoundly moved by, that I practice daily and wish to master, but haven't quite gotten there yet. We're all in that process. And I call it soul speak. Soul speak. Right? Soul speak is allowing yourself to quiet the chatter in your mind long enough so that you can allow your soul to speak through you, allow your soul to guide you. Okay? It is your intuition, right? We've often talked about this, but oftentimes the thing is that sometimes what is so loud around us makes it sometimes really, really hard, if not impossible. Interesting point of view, impossible to hear that true soul speak. So I wanted to share with you, I've been telling you guys, I have been practicing transcendental meditation for the last 2 weeks. And I guess I always resisted transcendental meditation because I always thought, oh, this is too easy, right? Basically, for those of you who don't know, TM, you get a mantra that's very specially and uniquely yours. And when you're in a TM meditation, all you're doing is focusing on the mantra. That's it. So every time a thought comes, you just allow it. You don't resist it. You don't make it wrong. You just let it come. And then you just favor the mantra, right? Realign with the mantra, realign with the mantra. And I thought, gosh, this is just too easy that it can't even seem to work. Well, I've been really diving into and practicing this practice, committing to it quite intently for the last 2 weeks, and it's really created something very, very special. I won't say all the time. Like, there are days that I really struggle because that outside external voice, those voices are sometimes so incredibly intense and so incredibly powerful. But like today, this morning, before slightly before I jumped on here, I do it twice a day, right? I did my morning meditation, and I really just tapped into, got a scratch of that energy that I would dare to call bliss, right? Which really created this overwhelming sense of relaxation, but also connection, but not connection from the point of view that we think of connection as. Like, we think of connection as like, I've always associated connection with like, all these kinds of things that are happening to you. But this is not about anything happening to you, but about being witnessed to and allowing everything else to kind of fall away. And it was so beautiful and so peaceful and so relaxing. And this particular time, it maybe lasted a few minutes, right? And then I was back into the chitter chatter of the brain. But I thought, wow, that's the wave I want to catch. That's the wave I want to catch. That's the wave of consciousness. So I got to thinking, like, how can I communicate this to you guys? How can I share this with you? Because the whole TM process is like, you have to go through a 5-day workshop or a 5-day training, and you have a ceremony, you receive a particular mantra that is your mantra and only your mantra, and it's a sacred mantra. You cannot share it with anybody. And I thought, how can I communicate and convey this to you? And I thought, you know what if the mantra for today, this is something I want you guys to just try. What if we had a mantra, and the mantra, because the mantra is it's only a word. And it's a Sanskrit word, and it's a word that really is more about the vibration and the sound of the word than it is actually the meaning of the word. So I thought, wow, what if we actually assigned ourselves a mantra today? And the mantra I'm going to gift to you all is joy. Joy is the mantra today, right? Just close your eyes for a second as we begin the meditation and just say to yourself, joy. 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 And now just repeat it in your mind, just not out loud. And so for this meditation today, every single time you get distracted by a thought, right? Because we all do, it's totally normal. Don't make the thought wrong. Just acknowledge the thought and then favor the word joy. Just go back to the mantra, joy. 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 So I wonder how much joy we can tap into, access, call into our lives when we allow joy to be the ongoing mantra with which we actually create and receive and have everything from. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into our meditation today. For those of you who are joining, I see a lot of new people online. This is a theta healing meditation, okay? Not a TM meditation, a theta healing meditation by Vianna Stibel. We're tapping into the subconscious belief, subconscious mind. In the theta brainwave, we get to reorganize and reassess our subconscious beliefs so that we can download ourselves with beliefs that are more supportive. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin our meditation. Close your eyes. Remember to think the mantra, joy. And as we begin, let's begin by taking 3 deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Joy. Now let's shift our energy to the center of the earth. And as we shift our energy to the center of the earth, let's imagine this beautiful energy swirling around in the center of the earth. And from this space in the center of the earth, let's imagine this energy scooping up fresh earth energy, coming up through the soles of our feet, through our ankles, our calves, our knees and our thighs, and traveling up through all of our chakras, and popping up outside the top of our head and forming a beautiful ball of light. Now switch your awareness into this ball of light, and imagine this ball of light traveling up out of the space that you're in, higher and higher and higher, and faster and faster and faster. Imagine that ball of light lifting you up, out past Earth's atmosphere, out into outer space, through different planets and galaxies in the Milky Way, and higher and higher and higher beyond there, out into different layers of light, some light, some dark. Through those layers out into a beautiful golden-like light, and through the golden-like light into a jelly-like substance light, and through the jelly-like substance light into a beautiful pink haze, which is the law of compassion. And through the law of compassion, you enter into the 7th plane of all that is, the plane of creation, of oneness, and of complete totality. Immediately your ball of light dissolves into this beautiful energy. And you feel the connection, the contribution, the collaboration of all things, all atoms and molecules of existence here. So from here, we're going to tap into the quantum field, see what kind of downloads we have here for us today. Remember, downloads are just energies that we receive into our subconscious. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, experiences. Receiving them into our subconscious allows us to change our beliefs. Change your beliefs, you change your reality. So let's see what we've got here. You know, I find it not by coincidence that there's a jackhammer blasting and blaring during our meditation today. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I'm sure you can. I don't know how you couldn't hear it, but it's also a reminder too. Sometimes that voice in our head, we call it oftentimes in my practice in Kabbalah, we used to call it the opponent's voice, right? The opponent's voice is so loud. It's so piercing. It's so harsh. It's so aggravating. It's so demanding. Do we give our energy over to that voice? For today, would you just allow yourself to shift your attention from that voice, from that annoying jackhammer in your head, to focus on joy today? And allow that energy to come to you, but just refocus on joy. By focusing on joy, what I mean is just the word joy, joy, joy. Would you like to know what it feels like to know how to release yourself from the attachment to that opponent voice, to that negative voice? If you'd like that, say yes. And would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, sounds like, and is to always acknowledge that there's always a choice? Sometimes we go, oh my God, I can't focus, I can't focus, I can't focus. The reason that you can't focus is because you're resisting and reacting that which wants to communicate with you. So just acknowledge it. Okay, interesting. There's a jackhammer here today. Cool. Let me shift my attention from giving the energy over to the jackhammer instead of just saying joy, joy, joy. Would you like to know that you are worthy of, and that it's safe for you to, and that you have the capacity within you to let down the need to resist and react, to let down the need to prove that something is better than the other. You notice we're not saying that focusing on joy is more important than the jackhammer. No. What we're saying is that what's more important is just focusing on the joy. The jackhammer will be there until it's not. But your attention and your awareness with where you place it is your choice. So would you like to know what it feels like to acknowledge the power that you have to choose what it is you wish to choose? If you'd like that, say yes. So I have a new awareness that I want to share with you. In this particular situation, taking in the energy of the jackhammer, I wonder what it would be like if we just actually imagined that energy of that jackhammer literally going in and destroying any limitations that we have in our subconscious mind that are blocking us from receiving what we want. What points of views and conclusions do you have today about wealth that you would like to invite that jackhammer to just completely destroy and uncreate? And anything that doesn't allow that, including the jackhammer, let's destroy and uncreate it. See how it all of a sudden becomes a welcoming thing? So all of the points of views, conclusions, expectations, separations, and judgments that you have about not being good enough, can we destroy and uncreate it? Would you like to know that you are worthy of trusting your soul's voice, trusting your soul to speak through you at all times? If you'd like that, say yes. Would you like to know that it's safe for you to release yourself from the point of view that you're not doing enough? Let's destroy and create that. Would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, sounds like, and is to release yourself from pointing the finger of judgment at others for not doing enough? for not being enough, for not showing up in our lives the way that we want them to show up in our lives. Let's destroy and uncreate that. And everywhere that you have decided that the only way for you to receive and have everything that you want is by controlling it, or that it has to show up and be exactly like you want it to be, let's destroy and uncreate that. What is your soul saying to you today? Let's destroy and uncreate anything that blocks you from hearing your soul today. What is it that your soul wants you to speak into existence today? Now I'd like for you to ask, Creator, Source, Light, Universe, where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say, and to whom? Where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say, and to whom? One more time. Where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say, and to whom? Now, that is how we engage our soul to speak to and through us. Allow that energy to guide you and lead you today. Great. So for today's healing, let's please just send unconditional healing and light to all of those in our lives that we are aware of could use this energy more than ever. Just send them all unconditional love and unconditional light. And last but not least, would you like to know that you are unconditional love, that you be unconditional love, and that unconditional love is your birthright? If you'd like that, say yes. And now let's take our palms, rub our palms together, faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Place your palms over your eyes are the windows to your soul. When you're ready, you can open up your eyes. Allow that energy to come into your body and into your being. Place your hands on your heart. Congratulate yourself. Thank yourself for being here, for being a part of our soul family. And how does it get even better and better and better? Thank you guys so much for being here. Mwah! I love you all. And I'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Bye, guys. Love you all. Have a great day.